Hello, everyone, and thank you again for joining me on my Togetherness Tuesday. Isn't it kind of cool that Togetherness Tuesday fell on a day today when everybody's thinking about romance and their partners anyway? So, hope that you're having a great Valentine's Day. But one thing that I want to talk about today is whether we plan date nights all the time or just whether we do it on Valentine's Day. And so this is really something for us to think about. I first want to say, though, thank you to Be Live for this app that I've got this great little heart little thing surrounding me. I really love that. That's great. So let's talk about dates and date night. So I know that so many of you are thinking about what you can do today, and there's a lot of pressure to plan a really romantic, fantastic date for tonight, and that's great if you're able to do that. But my little parrot here is in the background making all kinds of noise, and I'll show you her for a second because you get to know who she is because you hear her every once in a while in the background. So there she is. So when we plan these date nights, they don't always have to be big and extravagant and hugely romantic like what we tend to do on Valentine's Day. But we do want to make sure that we put a little bit of effort into them. They also don't have to cost a lot of money. I was recently posting on a friend's post, and I hope she doesn't mind me bringing this out because I know that she watches my videos. But they were talking about date nights, and she was saying that they didn't have any dates. And I said, well, dates are really important. And she said, yeah, well, we can't afford it. So I wrote on her timeline and I said, sure you can. And there are lots of things that you can do to afford a date. So I'm going to put a challenge out there. So for all of you that are listening, I would love for you to give my friends some suggestions. What are some great things that we can do on date night that don't cost a lot of money? So I thought of several different things. We live in an area where you can go walk on the beach. You can go for a nice walk all year round. I also know that in the town that my friend lives, just a few miles from there, their town has an event every month where they close part of the city down and they have live music. And I heard from my sister that they'd even do this up north in the summer months. So that's something that you can do that doesn't cost any money. But it does become a little bit of a problem sometimes when both partners want to do different things. So we have 4 different kinds of one-way date nights that we suggest. And what's a one-way date night? A one-way date night is where one person plans the date. So okay, Cuddles. So there are 4 different ways of doing that. First of all, we would want you to plan a date for your partner. So plan something that maybe you would like to do, and then you both can do that. Or the other way, especially, is to find out what your partner would like to do and then plan a really nice date for your partner. Now, you can either surprise them or you can do something that you know that they like to do, and that's fine too. Also, then we would want to allow our partner to plan the date. So the first 2 ways where you plan a date that you know you want to do, and then the second one is you plan a date that you know that your partner would love. So then you flip that, right? And so you're going to take turns doing this, and that's kind of the suggestion. So then you would flip that, and your partner would plan a date for you, and a partner would plan a date that they like. And again, this does not have to be anything that's expensive or extravagant, but just make sure that it's something that you both agree on. So you agree on what you're going to do and how you're going to space that out. But I also want you then to set a specific time. So this isn't just something that we're going to do on the fly. This is something that we're going to do and plan it. Okay, and so set a date on the calendar. So whether it's once a month, twice a month, even if it's once every other month, make sure that gets on the calendar, that you've planned who's going to plan it, and you go from there. So once that date comes, make sure that you're on top of it. So if it's your turn to plan the date, Make sure that you've got everything in place so that there's no surprises, and make sure that it gets done. You don't want your partner to have to remind you that, hey, today's date night, especially if it was your turn to plan. You want to make sure that you get that done for your partner. So those are some really great, nice little things to make sure that you get it on there. So we're going to review. So we want to make sure that we pick something that's in our budget, and there are lots of things that we can do that are in our budgets. We want to do one of the 4 one-way dates. So pick ahead of time and schedule that out. Make sure that gets on the calendar, because that's really important. If it never gets on the calendar, you're probably not going to do it. And if it's your turn to plan that date, then make sure that your partner doesn't have to remind you, and that you've got everything planned out so that everything goes well. So that may include having sitters for the kids. It may include having reservations if you're going to go somewhere for dinner. There's a lot of little things that can be put in place to make sure that that happens. So if you do all those things, that's really going to help to amp the romance in your relationship, because I know so many times after we get married, or we've been in a relationship for a while, we really forget to set this time aside to have these date nights with our partners. And they're really, really crucial to getting that connection. So I hope that you're all having a great day today. I hope that you're all doing something really romantic and fun, whether it's really simple or extravagant. Whatever it is, I hope that you're having a great time. And I would love to hear about it. So go ahead and post on here what you did today. And I'd also love to hear some of your great budget ideas for some great budget dates. So until next time, keep keeping it together. Bye-bye.